I love that. Welcome, my friends, to another Reacts Raw video where I have no idea what I'm about to watch. So come with me and let's find out what it is. People read the last text from their ex. Okay, it's gonna be really good or really bad. Let's see.
Does not look happy in these photos. And I kind of do. Well, I was really happy. Oh my God, I don't want to cry.
Texts from exes.
Do you have any texts from any of your exes?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't. All that's deleted.
I do.
Yes. We were in an open relationship, which had been, fine for the almost year that we were together. We were both very communicative, very open, and, very accepting and willing to, discuss whatever was brought up. And one evening he asked me that if he could see someone that, he had seen again. He was like, hey, can I see so-and-so again? And it was the first time where I was like, no, sorry. We broke up. And I told him, I was like, cool, just so you know, if you start dating that person, I'm gonna kill you. And he was like, oh, I'm not even thinking about that. What are you talking about? And I was just like, okay, whatever you say, but I just, let's make sure I'm establishing this now. And then January came and he basically told me that he was seeing that person. And I thought it would just be best if we no longer spoke. Hey, I'm not sure if you check the Discord anymore, but the last session for my campaign is scheduled for the night of the 12th. If you're free, we'd love to have you. The second message was also, if you haven't already heard, that person and I have started dating as of a few days ago. I know you expressed that you would be unhappy about that if it happened, but I still wanted to be upfront about it. I hope you're feeling better from COVID, and I'm looking forward to potentially seeing you at D&D. That sounds nice, and I appreciate you being straightforward, but I can't lie, I am pretty upset. I think we shouldn't talk for a little bit, at least a month. I'm sorry, but I'm genuinely at a loss for words. I hope your grad school app went well. Have a great 2022.
It's so hard when your intuition or your gut instinct is right and you just know something is wrong or off, and then it comes true.
Having someone who started as a friend, it sucks because I'm not only losing a partner, I'm losing a friend. It sucks to throw that away. I caught my ex cheating on me, and then when I confronted him, he got violent. I realized I shouldn't be in that situation anymore. So I just packed my bags and left, and I never looked back after that. And for a couple weeks, he would just send me waves of texts. So it was first, hey, can we talk? And then the next day, he says, please. At that point, I didn't want to talk to him because he cheated on me, and I just wanted to move on from there. I don't know how.
It's interesting, her voice is shaking and she's in so much pain. And usually when we have that kind of depth of emotion, we can't leave, right? We stay and we stay and we stay until it gets really bad. But she knew, and that happens sometimes. You just flight as fast as you can before you can even think about it, before you can talk yourself out of it. You just grab your stuff and you have to go.
I was single at this point, and I went on a date, and somehow he found out I went on a date. So he texted me, you went on a date with someone else already? Ivy, I loved you. I wanted to fix things and took time to gather my thoughts and seek help. Everything we had, I f***ed up. And then in that same day, I felt something was off, and then I found his car in front of my house. I'm not here for your forgiveness, just my stuff, and to talk it out and move on. That's it. I'm making a police report tonight for stolen property. I really don't want to, but you're really forcing my hand here. He said he's going to the police, so I wouldn't be able to go to the police to file a report for myself. I kind of felt lost at that point, and I didn't really know what to do. I just don't understand why someone's learning experience has to come at the expense of traumatizing others.
Oh, and that happens a lot, right? Where you're in a loving relationship, and when you break up, there's so much pain and you can't believe the behavior of the other person and the way they choose to show up. And I love her phrase, why does somebody else's learning have to come at the expense of traumatizing others? Sometimes people are trying to be traumatizing to the other person, to get back at them, to make them feel bad, to hurt them like they were hurt. And then sometimes it's not meaning to do so. Either way, it's painful when we can't get resolution, when we can't say our side, we can't talk it out, we can't work it out. And there's that cut that's so sudden, it's like having the rug pulled out from under us.
As like a younger gay kid, I'd always see like TV shows of like this guy got matched with like this straight guy that they didn't know they were gay, and it ended up like kindling into like this fairy tale type of relationship. I'd ended up with a best friend in high school my senior year. It was a nice thing for me having like a friend, and I found myself getting closer and closer to this guy, and I'd never had like a really close best friend that was a guy. I figured out why, because I'd end up catching feelings for him. It was just really strange because he was a very like Christian football player, go to church every Sunday. It was just very like difficult, I guess, for him to process those like emotions and like overcoming of like who you are. So how we would hang out is we wouldn't really like text much. We would just text, oh, do you want to hang out? Yeah, sure. And then we'd like spend the day together, and then that's how we would like communicate a bunch. Hey, do you want to go hang out and get some food? No response. Like a day passed. Hey man, is everything all right? I don't know, man. I don't think we should be doing this anymore. Okay, that's fine, but you're not gonna be pulling this crap over text again. You're gonna tell me why to my face. That kind of just led into the in-person conversation that we had the next day. So I know he's still like figuring himself out. He's still like thinking about his feelings for me. And I just want to be like, you know, I love you. You had this and it was there, but I'm done with it. And I just kind of want to like go on from that. I feel like I really just like gave up a part of my, like my heart, I guess, to someone that really wasn't ready to receive it.
That happens so often, right? This unrequited love, and we give a part of ourselves to that other person, and sometimes they're able to receive it and sometimes they're not. And it's in their situation with being gay and not being allowed to have that love fully expressed, and the shame and guilt that goes along with not being allowed to be that person in that relationship as a whole other layer. It's so important in our relationships that we are allowed to be ourselves, that we can be fully seen and heard and understood, for the person that we are giving our heart to be able to look at us and say, I see you and I love you. And when that doesn't happen, it's incredibly painful.
And then we had like a messy breakup when I moved away for college. It was kind of something that I did. I confronted his girl best friend because I wasn't comfortable with their friendship. He would tell me like, oh, you're just my girlfriend. Like, you're not my best friend because she's my best friend. I didn't like that, so I traveled on the Greyhound to see him. And the second time that I came, he stood me up. Then unexpectedly, like 2 years later, I get a text from a random unsaved number, and it was from him. I hope you're doing well. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I need to let you know that I'm in the process of applying for a job, and they're doing a background check on me. They requested your information, so I gave it to them, and they will probably call or email you. I know this is random, but I still thought I should let you know in advance. Yeah, okay. Why would they ask for my info in the first place, though? He responded with, during my background interview, they asked about my last relationships, and since you were my last serious one, they wanted your info. And then I responded with, oh, okay, lol, yeah, no worries. And then right after that, he sent me this 3-paragraph long message about how he wanted to get stuff off his chest and basically kind of apologize for everything. And honestly, I really wanted that closure. That's why I rode on the Greyhound twice, 300 miles one way. I never got it, so it was the closure that I needed 2 years ago, but I'm finally getting it.
Do you have any photos or videos of?
What I love about this is, because I'm such a huge advocate for people listening to their intuition and that gut instinct. She knew something was wrong. She tried to figure it out. She didn't know what it was, but something was off. She could feel it. She knew it. And to have this validation come, even though it was 2 years later, it's still letting her know that her calibration was correct. I see so much in relationships where somebody's doing something off to the sides, and when their partner finds out, they say, oh, no, it's nothing. It's not what you think it is. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Your intuition is wrong. Your gut is wrong. If we believe that, if we think that our calibration is off and we try to adjust it accordingly when it wasn't broken to begin with. It wasn't off, it was right on. It can be very damaging. I know in one of my past relationships, that was a thing that really stuck with me the most, and the most painful thing that I had to heal through was my anger at my partner telling me that my intuition wasn't right. I knew something was wrong. And so I love that for her, even though it's 2 years later, she got that validation that says, no, your intuition is calibrated correctly. You do know, trust that instinct, trust that gut, trust that intuition, not just in relationships, but in life.
Those are videos of when you guys were together?
Like, I'll have notifications and I'll say like memories or highlights, and it's like Disneyland 2018.
What goes through your head?
How blind I was, because he does not look happy in these photos. And I kind of do. Well, I was really happy. As like time went on, his smile kind of faded. And oh my god, I don't want to cry.
She actually slid into my DMs. She was a follower of me previously from my social media, and it was just a really toxic relationship from the start. She became friends with another one of my friends, and she added her on her personal IG story. And I guess she was out one night, and basically she was making out with the guy, and she posted it on her close friend's story. And she posted it on her close friend's story, obviously because I wasn't on there, but I guess she forgot that she had my friend, who I've known before her, my friend screenshotted it and showed it to me and was like, are you guys good? I sent 3 question marks just because I wanted to see what she would say. And then she was like, hi babe, you okay? I could either play into this or I can just send you the screenshot and make you feel dumb. So that's exactly what I did. I just sent the screenshot. And I said right after, so this is what you do on your private stories, huh? I'm sorry, I was honestly so drunk I forgot to tell you that I made out with a friend. This week has been so effed up and I needed to get out and have fun. I know I effed up, I'm so sorry. And so I said, how do you forget to tell me but post it on your private story? Did you forget that you had my friend on your private story? ... And then this is where it gets interesting. So she texted me, I'm gonna try to convince him. And I was like, that wasn't meant for me. And I said, oops, yeah, you're for the streets, bye.
Do you have a new relationship soon in the future, or are you sort of waiting and taking your time?
I'm waiting, taking my time, focusing on me. You know, it's all about me. I'm in a relationship with myself.
I love that.
I'm in a relationship with me, with Heischler. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that. First, be in a relationship with yourself. Then you can look to having a partner. And if you are in a relationship that isn't working, communicate. Instead of going to the cheating route, whether it's emotionally or physically, communicate. Give the other person that respect to say, hey, this isn't working for me and I want something else. Or this isn't working for me. Can we work on this? And then go from there. But let's get into this place where we can have respect for each other in our relationships and be able to talk about it instead of just going behind each other's backs and breaking up in this really gross, toxic way. Thank you again for joining me in this Raw Reacts video. This has been your ray of sunshine. I will see you in the next video.